clogged and I can't take a shower. I overheard something outside and they were mentioning, like, I don't know how much of this is true, so don't take this as me saying it is fact. But they were mentioning that Drake doesn't want me to live here, which is why they're not helping me with my service request. Um, I don't believe that to be true because I am a full rent payer. So let's see how long it takes them to come and fix the stale water in my bathtub. And we're gonna see. Did they want me to leave them a Yelp review or something? Because I can do that also. I don't think that leaving negative reviews is necessary if the company is going to do the things that they're supposed to be doing as a real estate company. Um, and then it made me think back to the Doyle thing with the Times Square or whatever. Uh, and not, is it Times Square? Whatever, Madison Square Garden. Um, and how he has control over that area because it's a private area. So, like, if they were to do that as a real estate company, what would it look like? They can't. They would have to, like, they can't evict me if I'm a lawful paying tenant, but are they able to make my life a living hell to try to force me to want to move out? What if I accept their living hell and I just adjust to it and I adapt to it? And then I have to start sending letters now to the city and state and ask for why is my apartment treated differently than other apartments? Am I going to find out I'm blacklisted that way when I send my letters and nobody responds and helps? Because right now I've had to send like 4 or 5 requests to so I could take a shower this weekend. Right? Rent is due on May 1st, which is coming up in just a few days, and I'm going to short it by 2 days. And then they're going to make a fuss and say I didn't pay my rent. And I'm going to say I had 2 days with no ability to shower or clean myself. One of the reasons I rent this apartment is for the use of the bathroom. If I don't have use of the bathroom, why would I pay you rent? Um, and then we just work like that until it gets fixed. I'm not moving. The lady who I was told as the contact person, Gabriella, she just got her job. I don't blame her, and it's the weekend. I don't blame her. But there has been zero reply from her since I started submitting these requests. I think it was Friday. Um, I'm just documenting. This is what it looks like to be blacklisted as a Los Angeles citizen. You don't get help for anything. I'm not just making a fuss about it. Like, right now, I'm sitting with my door open because the water in my bathtub is stinky. And I've had to do this since midnight last night. That's unsafe. I have to sleep with my door open. People can come in and access my apartment because the smell of my apartment from the stale, stinky water is so bad. Um, I'm relatively calm for how annoying this is. Right? And then when I smoke weed, if I have to smoke weed with my door open, it's because there's stinky water in my bathtub. Otherwise, I would smoke weed with my door closed and it probably wouldn't be as annoying to the other tenants. Um, I probably wouldn't even smoke weed inside because, one, on my 42nd birthday, I was supposed to stop and I decided I don't want to smoke weed in my apartment anymore. So either, uh, like I said, it could be completely random fluke, tub is clogged, but the amount of times that it occurs and the times that it occurs at, like, so boom, listen, they made it so I didn't have a job. Not necessarily that the circumstances arose and it made it so I didn't have a job, right? So these people who have been tasked with getting me to move out of my apartment got excited because they think that if I don't have a job, I don't have money and I can't pay for my apartment, so it's going to make me move. And apparently there's like $1 million offer on whoever is able to get me to move out of this apartment, which is why the whole city of Los Angeles follows me around looking stupid. It's the same as the targeted individuals in Florida. But anyways, like I was saying, they continue to try to make me look like I'm mentally ill, and you can look at tactics that they use in the book Click, Stalk, Destroy by a therapist who works with people who have been affected by this type of thing. So This is documentation that it's not a mental illness. There are actual live individuals in the world that are tasked with these things and actually pretty much given authority by law enforcement to do so. Right? They are instructed, there's a manual on this, on how to complete certain tasks without getting in trouble. So that's why I can stay calm, because the entire intent of these sadistic people is to make me stoop to their level. I go with God. I'm going on the high road, right? As inconvenient as this is, I can still go do what I have to do, but it requires me to like get a washcloth out and hand shower, right? Hand showering reminds me of what my sister had to do when her gas got shut off. I pay my gas bill. I just paid it. So I have hot water. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to use my shower. I'm not going to hand shower. I'll go out stinky. All right? I go out stinky. I'll go out with stinky breath. Right now, I have so many things. It's 2 days of errands I need to run that I am unable to do because I can't shower. I don't want to go outside smelling like hot fucking shit mess. Right? I make a choice every day when I do go outside smelling like hot shit mess. In the last 2 days, I don't want to go out like hot shit mess. So, and part of this is the false imprisonment. This is false imprisonment because my other options are to leave with this like this, and then they're going to find somebody to get here right away, and then they get to make their illegal entrance. Now, this is not me being mental. This is just the things that I've heard around me, and I don't know how much is true again. But apparently, these people go around setting people up for crimes that they didn't commit. And one of the things on their scavenger hunt list is a pair of my dirty underwear. Now, I don't know how much of this task is related to messing up my mental, giving me like a complex, making me do weird, strange shit with my underwear. But when I think back to the eBay people, right? You think like, who would do something like this? Nobody's going to do that shit. You're a crazy bitch. But there's actually proven cases of high up people who have so much money that they can get away with anything. So a whole team of people at eBay have done this to a couple that they thought they could make submit. And the couple expresses about how it made them agoraphobes. Like they didn't want to go outside. They missed appointments. He was worried about going to the hospital because they didn't want to be followed to the hospital and have something happen at the hospital. This is real for people. There's people who work, like say this man had to go in for a surgery or something. There's people at the hospital who will try to kill him so that they can get paid their little clout check. That's what Satanism is. Sadistic fucking ritual abuse. They don't care about you. They get their rocks off on seeing people scream and squirm, which I refuse to do. All I can do is hold up a mirror in front of their faces and say, look at how dumb you look. You don't see how dumb this looks for someone of your status to be fucking with someone of my status? It looks like you got a mental illness. Like you got a sickness or a dependency on whatever it is that's driving you. So maybe I should just stay on alive until they send a plumber. Well, then they get full surveillance of me. Right? I'm just going to stay on alive until the plumber gets here. So we'll see how long that takes. It might be all day. It's going to be 2 days. They're going to send somebody, what, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I have shit to do. Right? I feel comfortable and safe enough to go do that shit because this is all fucking to make me give you guys a voice file. Right? If you go back to the cases for the other people in Florida, did they tell you that someone was following them around asking them for a voice file? If that's the case, give me my 40 million. I don't want 80 million. I don't want 400 million. I just want 40 million. You can pay the attorney whatever you want to pay, and then I'm going to deal out the 40 million how I see fit. Southern Poverty Law Clinic. So yeah, I am gonna leave this on until something happens, until I get an email saying that they're gonna send somebody, until the on-site manager comes by to stalk me and take pictures or whatever. Like, I'm waiting for whatever it is that you guys have planned for me today. Right? And the reason I referenced the on-site manager and stalking is because who shows up in front of someone's door at midnight for no reason and then sits there and listens to the door as if they're trying to see if someone's inside? That's, to me, is stalking. You can see the video on my YouTube if you really care to look at it. It's multiple occasions that he's done that, but there's one in particular that I posted. Everybody's fucked. It's okay. So, yeah, I'm going to put my phone down, and then you guys can just experience my life with me. It's going to be probably a lot of silence because I'm just going to be journaling. But you get to experience all of my tics, all of my outbursts, all of my autistic features. You get to experience that with me. All of my echolalia. We're going to do that today on a live. I'm going to pretend like I don't even know my phone's on the live. We're going to make a 8-hour video if we have to. I'm just going to wait here and show you, like, should you come and move into an apartment that you rent from this company and find yourself on a, like, no service list or whatever, this is what it's going to look like. I already told you, I don't care if I end up homeless. I'm not going to be silent about abuse. So, where do we start? Let's start with the pens that I am using or the ink that I'm swatching. Here. We'll do ink that I'm swatching. Yesterday, I did 6 swatches of the standard color ink from the ink vent calendar. It's unfortunate I don't feel like showing you any of my videos. But my plan for today, I'm going to be swatching the rest of the inks from the ink vent calendar with my glass dip nib. And this is the one I got on eBay. I actually filed it down myself because it felt a little scratchy. And then I realized I think glass nibs just feel a little scratchy. This is my first one. And then I got it because it's easier to clean than the feeds on the other stuff. Right? I'm laughing at these people because, like, where do you come from that this stuff works? It doesn't work. You're just getting paid to be a jerk. You think I'm going to give up because of you? Anybody who does this, I feel, has a mind that's not intelligent, and there's no reason I would ever give up to an idiot. That's just why I'm still here. That's the reason I'm not giving up. It's because I feel like this is an activity for stupid people. This is an activity for people who don't know that there's better ways to make money. Because if you don't like something, ignore that shit until you can't fucking see it anymore. Everybody look. Did you think that me staying home is gonna make me turn on Wi-Fi for you? No, I got Ethernet, bitches. Did you think that working from home is gonna make me use wireless? No, I got Ethernet, bitches. Kitty girl, I'm supposed to feed your ass, huh? Did I feed you this morning at 3 o'clock already? You ate all the food? Let me see your stomach. Are you fat, girl? Are you hungry right now? No? You sleepy? Okay, well, you tell me when you're hungry, okay? You want me to get the food right now? Oh, no, last night I played with your emotions and I didn't get it. I just shook your bowl, hoping that you would come out here. Oh, forgive me. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna send my mom a photo of the reason why I can't come up to her house today.